So my best friend let me know that she was actually going to be in town in Florence over the weekend because she was looking for an apartment to rent out because she might be attending a design school in Florence. So we headed that way. We took the high-speed train and we got to Florence to meet with her. We had never been to Florence before, and she had an Airbnb there, and she had been in Florence before, so she kind of took us around Florence, which it's a very easy place to walk around or bike. This day that we went there, they had a farmer's market. It's on the weekend, I believe, when we actually got there, so it was really, really nice. They have like jams, fresh fruit, vegetables, all kinds of stuff. So it was really neat to see. Then we walked around tons and we got hungry later in the evening, so we decided to find a place to eat. And of course, we decided to try some pizza. And we got some wine. After we had dinner, we actually went back out and kind of walked around a little bit, but then decided to call it a night after we kind of went around the plaza and saw a little bit more of like the town lit up at night, which is really neat. Then we called it a night and we actually stayed at the Airbnb, and then the next morning we went around back to the main area. We were actually looking for somewhere to eat breakfast, but we obviously didn't have our high hopes because in Italy, in Naples, breakfast isn't really a thing. It's more of a croissant and coffee. So we were super happy to find this spot that had the view, which you saw this picture, and it actually offered English breakfast, which is kind of similar to American breakfast, but they do the grilled tomato, the beans, and all that stuff. But I was super happy because I missed eggs for breakfast and whatnot, so they had it there. So that's one thing that I really loved about Florence, is that they feel like they're more laid back. Obviously it's an artsy town, so you could definitely get that feeling of like freedom and expression just by walking around. There's tons of people that are like super talented that are obviously using their skills. Then we spotted a pug on the sidewalk, so this officially was the official seal of approval for Florence. And we went to go get some, like a snack or something, because it was getting hot and like I just wanted something fresh. So we got a little fruit cup and like a parfait. And then when we were sitting there, we were seeing a lot of people with bikes, and we were just like, maybe we should. So we asked somebody, and then they told us where to go, where they rented them. So we ended up going to the same place, and they actually had bikes available. So we ended up going for a little cruise all around, and we absolutely loved it. If you have a chance to go to Florence, definitely rent a bike. It's totally worth it, even though sometimes you're scared that you're gonna get squished by a car because you're obviously in the same lane as a car, as a taxi, as the scooters, and it can be a little chaotic, but super fun. And this was at the Ponte Viejo. So we actually biked to the bridge, and they sell tons of gold jewelry. There's lots of shops on there, on that bridge. The bikes were tons of fun. Like, totally recommend if you are there to rent a bike and just go exploring. It's definitely a really good way to see the city. It almost feels like you can definitely walk it all. Just kind of. We obviously didn't go to this. There's like a rooftop view somewhere. We didn't go to that, but we definitely enjoyed ourselves with lots of good food and laughs and wine. I think this one was a mushroom tortellini. And then for that night, we called it a night. Then the next morning, we're creatures of habit, so we went to that exact same English breakfast place. Then we walked a little bit and then got some gelatos to go, and we headed to the train station because we were leaving that day. So thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week.